Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Kier. I am the Director of Operations and one of the Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that I post at 3 o'clock every Wednesday on the BNI Arizona official group page. So please make sure to log one chapter education unit for watching today's edition. We always want to make sure that we're logging all of the amazing chapter education units so that way we get credit on the power of one. So this is the whole reason why I created these weekly videos, is so that way all of you could get that one chapter education unit per week for the power of one. So I did just send out the power of one to all members just yesterday. So we want to make sure that you look at the details, look to see where you're at, what areas maybe you could work on for this next month. Now, keep in mind, guys, the report is a 6-month snapshot of activity. So even though it comes out every month, that 6 months of activity just shifts each month. So it's always going to be on a 6-month rotation. So if you're continually working on improving your score and increasing your activity on the chapter level, just keep up that consistency with doing the same thing each month, because then over the 6-month time frame, you are going to be right at the top. So it all takes consistency, but every single month, just focus on just those individual things for each week. Now, the easiest thing, guys, to focus on every week when it comes to the power of one, now the weekly meetings, those are number one. Those are the easiest things. I would say make sure you time block those on your calendar. View that as your number one client of the week. Don't schedule over top of your number one client of the week, right? You want to make sure that you're there. You want to be top of mind with everyone in the room when it comes to more visibility for you and your business. Now, the second easiest thing for the power of one is chapter education units, and this is why I created the video. So there are tons of these videos on this Facebook page. If you use the little magnifying glass in the top corner, type in Wisdom Wednesday, you're going to see all of the past videos. Don't judge on the much earlier versions. It's come a long way over the years, let me just say that. But there's lots of content on this BNI Arizona Facebook page. Check it out. Plus, we have BNI Business Builder. There's podcasts. You can read books. Like, sky's the limit, guys, when it comes to chapter education. If the only thing that does not count as chapter education is your own profession's continuing education. So those are two separate things. They do not count as one. So just keep that in mind. So the third easiest thing is just schedule your one-to-one. So the goal is to have one one-to-one per week. If you schedule that around your meetings, or if you are visiting other chapters, schedule a one-to-one either before or after that meeting, so that way you can also get credit for that one-to-one, and you're maximizing on your time with building more relationships cross-chapter. So we've already touched on attendance, chapter education units, and one-to-ones. Those three things are really in our control, guys. Like 100% in our control. Those are the easiest things, which will get you 60 points when it comes to the power of one, which will automatically put you in the yellow. Like, that's incredible, right? Just those three things. Then if you add in a couple referrals along the way, even if you get half of the referral points, that will get you in the green. You only need 70 points or more to be in the green. You don't have to have 100% and hit all 5 areas to get in the green. You just need 70%. It's that easy. And then the icing on the cake is visitors. And that's really what I wanted to touch on today, is the visitors, because we're in member extravaganza, which means for all of you newbies to BNI, member extravaganza is just a great fun promotion that we run every single year, really to promote growth for our chapters right before summertime hits. And so right now is the busiest time. We've had so many more applications come in today. We already had, let's say, I think we had 14 new applications come in as of yesterday towards member extravaganza. So remember, applications have to be dated between April 2nd and June 3rd. So all of the applications that came in prior to April 2nd do not count towards member extravaganza. However, once those new members are approved, they can help promote your growth for extravaganza, which is what you need, right? So we want to make sure that we're creating that momentum. One of the things is to create an open business day for your chapter to really promote a really big visitor event. Now, you don't have to do that, but it really does get everybody working together as a team to create success for the chapter. When you create that event, we want to make sure that we get it on the BNI Arizona calendar. Make sure to create an event for it on Facebook and share it to this BNI Facebook page. The more visibility that you can get out for your open business days, the better. We have tons of open business days scheduled, and they're on the BNI Arizona calendar already. So if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to check out one of these open business days, go to bniarizona.com, click on the calendar link, and you're going to see all of the chapters that have open business days scheduled over the next couple months. I would say a lot of our chapters are scheduling open business days between now and the end of May, so that way they can maximize on the incentives for member extravaganza. So one of the things that I was touching on and educating for another chapter, they're like, you know what, this would make a great Wisdom Wednesday, is where to find visitors. Like, I know I've talked about tips on what to say, and I talked about the interviewing method in a previous Wisdom Wednesday, and if you need more details about that, connect with me. But I talked about all those tips, but there are multiple ways where members are having great success with finding visitors. One of the biggest things that I hear time and time again, especially from seasoned members, is like, oh, well, I don't have anyone to invite because I've tapped out my network. Well, that just means you need to build a bigger network, right? So there's different ways of how you can find new people. Just because you don't know someone doesn't mean they can't make a great visitor and invite them, because then you could have a one-to-one with them, learn more about them and their business, and see if they would make a great fit for your chapter. Because one of the things that we definitely want to focus on, guys, is quality over quantity. All day, every day. Quality over quantity. We're not just putting butts in seats, even though we're going through member extravaganza. We don't want to approve anybody and everybody. We want to make sure that we have the right people in the right seats, because that's going to help boost the value of the chapter and increase retention, increase referrals, increase the relationships. Like, there's so much awesome stuff that happens when you put the right people in the seats. All about quality over quantity. I'll preach that all day, every day, because if you just accept anyone that comes in the door and you're like, they might make a good fit, like, you want to make sure that, you know what, this is going to be an amazing person, an amazing member, they're going to be an amazing addition to the power team. Like, you want all of the boxes to be checked to approve an application. So that's why membership committees have such a hard job. It's their, like, decision on whether or not someone comes and goes. So we want to make sure that as members of chapters, if someone is submitting an application to your chapter and you have feedback regarding that person, make sure to communicate that, not directly with the applicant, but communicate that with the membership committee. And if you're not sure who's on your membership committee, connect with your vice president. The biggest thing that we want to keep in mind, guys, as we have visitors attending our meetings, if for any reason you feel that they are in conflict with your category, please, please, please do not talk to them directly saying you can't be here because you conflict with my category. Do not do that. This is why we have membership committees in place, to ensure that we don't have overlapping categories when it comes to members that are in the chapter. So to make sure that your visibility stays positive, make sure that you communicate directly to the membership committee. If for any reason something comes up and you're like, you know what, that person does exactly what I do, tell the membership committee. Because if you don't tell them and they approve the person, then that's on you for not telling them. But we don't want to communicate that information directly with the visitor because we want to make sure that they have the best BNI experience. If it's an overlap, we can find them a different chapter to submit their application and potentially become a member to. So we always want to keep that in mind, because I've heard that a couple times lately, that a visitor has attended a meeting, but during open networking, they were approached and told that they can't talk about their business because their category overlaps. You guys, if some visitor visits one time at your meeting and might say something that conflicts with your category, it's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay, because you're the one building the relationships with the members of the chapter. If members of the chapter pass business to a one-time visitor, then we've got bigger problems. Maybe some more one-to-ones need to be had in the chapter. So make sure that we are creating the best visitor experience for everyone that walks in the door. You never know when they may have a connection for you. So you want to have the best visibility for yourself, and your chapter as a whole should have the best visibility as well. If we're pushing visitors out the door because we're automatically saying, hey, you know what, you're a conflict, you can't talk today, that's not creating a great BNI experience. So keep that in mind, guys, because even myself, when I was a massage therapist representing my business, I would let other massage therapists talk about their business in my chapter meeting because it wasn't about competition. It's all about collaboration. I actually received the most referrals from other massage therapists when I was in BNI. So keep an abundance mindset. Be open-minded. Be welcoming to anyone that comes in the door. This is why we have membership committees in place, to ensure that people that have overlapping categories aren't able to be accepted into the chapter. Then we can work with that person to find them a new BNI home. So wanted to blast this out there, guys. Be welcoming. Create the best visitor experience, because that's going to be more positive visibility for you and your chapter. So communicate. So now back to visitors. So where to find them? So there's lots of different platforms that chapters are creating a lot of success with. Alignable is a really great one. LinkedIn. You have Nextdoor. There's different Facebook groups where people are asking for connections and posting all of their people that they're referring. Now, if they're already in BNI, obviously we don't want to poach BNI members from other chapters, guys. There's no poaching allowed. But connecting with those professionals that are tagged and say, hey, are you looking to grow your business? I'd love to introduce you to a group of amazing people that I meet with on this day, time, and location. So keeping it super simple. We don't want to oversell BNI. They'll learn all about BNI when they get to the meeting. It's just a matter of sending out the invitation and say, hey, you know what? So-and-so said you were the best plumber in town. I'd love for you to come check out our meeting this day, time, and location. Super easy and simple. So always keep your eyes open to different posts, but keep your ears open through different conversations, because if you're talking with clients, customers, coworkers, and they're mentioning certain professionals, talking about how they're looking for more business, or they're brand new in their business and looking to grow, like, hey, those are great trigger words to then spark the conversation of inviting them to your chapter meeting, especially if you have the category open. All right, guys, so member extravaganza, it's all about the visitors, creating the best visitor experience, which will in turn lead to more profitability for everyone in the chapter. And we want to make sure that, again, applications dated April 2nd through June 3rd. So if you're planning events, make sure you plan them out accordingly. So if you're planning something towards the end of May, you may want to bump it up to like mid-May, so that way you can get any applications that come in before the deadline, because the deadline is super important. April 2nd through June 3rd. So make sure that we plan accordingly for the events. There's 2 incentives this year. One is for the cruise with Dr. Ivan Meisner. To clarify with the email that I sent out, there is one winner per BNI region. So BNI Arizona is a BNI region. So there's going to be one winner for our region. But to qualify, your chapter has to have 6 or more new members during Extravaganza for anyone that sponsored a new member in your chapter to have their name put into the drawing for the cruise. So that's going to be the most important piece, is that the chapter to qualify needs 6 or more new members. Now, and then we'll draw a winner for BNI Arizona, to where you'll get to go network with amazing BNI members from all over the US, which is pretty cool, right? And you'll get to bring a +1. So that is for the cruise incentive. Now, we do have the cash raffle that I talk about all the time. But the cash raffle, there's no minimum. So as soon as you sponsor a new member into your chapter or another chapter, you just have to ensure that your name is placed on the application. So if you sponsor a new member and you know that they've submitted an application, if you want to make sure that your name was placed as a sponsor, you can contact me. You can just email me. Email is the best way. So that way I can make sure that I get through all the details. I have a system in my email, so make sure to email me if you have any questions about sponsorships for different applications that come in, and I'll make sure that your name is placed as a sponsor for the person that you sponsored. So whether it's your chapter or another chapter, both of those work. The only thing that does not qualify as a new member towards Member Extravaganza is a returning member coming back into BNI. So if someone left BNI and they're coming back into BNI, they do not qualify for a new member coming in for Member Extravaganza. So it has to be a new person coming into BNI to where they're paying the application fee. Because with a returning BNI member, they do not have to pay the application fee a second time. So those are some little quick notes there. I'm looking forward to all of the amazing applications that are coming through for Extravaganza. I'm going to do a lot of posts on social media to add more visibility for the people that are sponsoring new members during Extravaganza. It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be a lot of stuff everywhere over the next 2 months. So I'm not going to send an email update all the time, but probably halfway through Extravaganza, I'll email out an update where we sit, and then I'll do a weekly update for the last 4 weeks for Member Extravaganza. So that way everyone is on board, but we will be posting a lot on social media and thanking all of the amazing people that are sponsoring new members during this time. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself. You can reach out to Carolyn, or if your managing director is Nate, you can reach out to him as well. We are all here to help support you as much as possible. Looking forward to an amazing Member Extravaganza, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and make sure to record 1 chapter education unit for watching. Thanks so much, guys, and we will see you next week.